It's Mark Jones, the try scorer. Great run by Mark Jones. Kevin Morgan, tackled by Pritchard and by Morgan Williams, but he got the ball back quickly. Now Jones. The Jean-Pierre Rive look-alike, but it's a knock forward this time, I think.
It's not the first and the second. Not the first and the second. Everybody okay?
I do not want the number of this hairdresser, by the way.
Well, not a bad counter-attack by Wales, and recycled it. And Duncan Jones gets a good rumble. Something that's him still waiting for some treatment.
Yeah, the 25-year-old is injured. On comes Mark Taylor, British Lion, 30 years of age now. There's the Canadian box, Dave Clark at the front there, very experienced coach. And that's where Duncan Jones sustained his injury, the Neathbourne loose head. And Wales now bringing on Dwayne Peel for Gareth Cooper, an Ethley scrum half. His 11th game as a replacement in those 21 caps of his. So Steve Hansen certainly making the changes. Wales very much out of sight in this match. Taylor on for Sweeney, Mark Taylor.
The Canadian scrum is coming a very comfortable second at the moment and making life pretty miserable for Morgan Williams to clear any sort of ball to his back line.
Ryan Smith with the clearing kick. Hugh Bennett qualifies for Wales, although he played for the England under-16 and under-18 sides, but with Welsh parents. Sidoley, not forward. It's all become a little bit scrappy, as so often happens when one side gets so far in front and then begins to bring on all the replacements from the bench, and you lose your continuity, you lose your rhythm. Alan Phillips and Steve Hansen there. Steve Hansen who replaced Graham Henry, of course.
Lads, both of you went down then. Stand up, both sides went down then. It's come back to me.
With Kerry Sweeney off the pitch, by the way, Yeston Harris will move to fly half, where he's played before for Wales. And they've had quite a few problems in that scrummage tonight. He's actually asked Andre Watson to keep an eye on the scrummage on this side. So they've got two officials with the microscope on this. Pritchard did well under pressure. Wales 34, Canada 3. They play Tonga next Sunday. Colin Jarvis just taking a bit of a dig in the ribs and feeling it too, as the captain winces.
Pretty deliberate too, by the looks of things, and the Canadian forwards, even though they're getting beaten, should also remember that you can get cited for things like that, because there's a few cameras positioned around this ground.
Pushing by Llewellyn. Yeah, the next game in this pool is Italy against Tonga on Wednesday. Then New Zealand play Canada on Friday, and then Wales, Tonga on Sunday. And New Zealand looked very impressive in their opening game, although they've lost Tana Umunga and perhaps Joe Rokothoko as well, who's got a hamstring problem, which will put him out for a match or two at least, we think. Jones, the tight head replacement. Yeston Harris, Mark Taylor, vast experience in the centre for Wales and for the Lions. Up to the halfway line. Peel, Jones. Peel, Harris, Mark Jones again coming in off his wing. Peel looking for width this time with Jones. You've got Gareth Thomas outside. Hughes with a half-hearted tackle. Jones going very well there, still going, my goodness. Smith. Oh, caught by Taylor, around by Thomas. Pritchard. More room to work that time than Smith had. Allowing himself more room.
Duffy Jones has impressed me a lot this evening, the Welsh back rower. Sometimes packs down at 8 and Travis goes on the blind side, but I've been impressed with his anticipation play. Back row forwards, you know, a lot of it's about anticipation. Where's the ball going to go? Is somebody going to cut back on an angle? And he's anticipated the play very well, I think, and also carried the ball well.
Yes, he's had 3 tests. He started 3 tests at number 8. That didn't work too well for Wales in the line-out. No advantage. Wales going up too soon, says Chris White. That's well regathered by Morgan Williams. But Wales disrupting enough to prevent the quick release. This is Ukes now. Big second row forward who's put on 12 kilograms in the last year. And that's a penalty taken quickly by Williams. Didn't look as if Jones was 10 metres though, and the referee Chris White playing the advantage. Canada still showing great endeavour and enthusiasm in this match. Credit to them. They trail by 34 points to 3. Teal. Smith. Pritchard. Mark Jones on this side looking to gather the ball, but he's beaten to it by Dave Lockheed, the 35-year-old former Leicester winger. Such vast experience. And Canada getting the penalty, and they've taken it quickly. Josh Jackson, 5 metres short for Canada. Di Girolamo, tackled by Morgan. Good ball for Canada here. James Pritchard waits. It's picked up by Cudmore. Or he shoos it back for Williams. Brian Smith waits it out half. Here he is, coming off the wing is Dave Lockheed. Big smashing tackles going in the midfield on Nick Witkowski. Canada at last get some reward for their pressure with a penalty, and I think Chris White is reaching for the pocket again. Yeah, don't come in from the side, he said. So Sonny Parker gets 10 minutes, one of Wales' try scorers in the first half. He was warned.
Well, somewhat surprisingly, although Chris White did warn him about it. But when you look at the scoreline, and Wales have had 2 in the sin bin and Canada none. Not the usual way around it goes, but Parker was told, to be fair to the referee.
Wales trying to use the power in that pack. 1 metre short. Morgan Williams picks up. That's number 17, Kevin Tachuk. And Tachuk is there. Well, the arm is up from Chris White. Celebrations amongst the Maple Leafs as Canada get their first try of this World Cup. And they really did battle very, very hard indeed. And it is Kevin Tachuk, the Oxford Blue from Manitoba, who's awarded the 5 points.
Well, it was from all of a yard. Sidoli's all over Morgan Williams, but manages to Mark Taylor having a go at the tackle, and Chris White's bending down, and it looks like they got downward pressure there.
Conversion successful from John Pritchard. 7 minutes to go. Wales 34, Canada 10.
Well, they've stuck at it, Canada. Give them credit for that. Very encouraging start they made, but they've struggled in the middle part of the game, and that's their reward. And certainly Jamie Cudmore was having a pop. There's Sonny Parker on the bench, and he'll be lucky to get back on, I think.
Yeah, it's the last we'll see of him. Jackson.
ball. Lost in
Lost in the tackle by Jackson.